Welcome back to Lone Oak Farm 17 for episode 23 with me, MrSealyp. Okay, so here's where we are for today's episode. You may notice I'm driving a massive Ferguson 27. If you're new to this channel, if you're new to this episode, you're going to be baffled. Simply because I do storylines and my narrative kind of runs throughout the whole thing. I do subscriber contracts where subscribers contact me with ideas and things they would like done with payments and things like that. Well, Dylan contacted me and Dylan asked, and I mentioned this a few episodes back, said that a local farmer was selling a massive Ferguson 27 and he was interested in buying it but didn't have the money until after harvest, plus he wanted it kind of field tested to make sure it was okay. Would I be able to buy it, field test it, and if it's all okay and running fine, he'll buy it from the farmer? I said yes, not a problem, we can certainly look at doing that. So here it is. I haven't bought it from the farmer. Actually, let's get it going. What I have done is kind of made a down payment, like a leasing cost. We're going to test it out during this harvest on this particular patch of soybean. It all works out fine. Dylan will buy it off the farmer at the end of the harvest season when he's more financially stable, we'll put it that way. So, as you can tell as well, this soybean field wasn't harvested last episode. I have done my usual, moved my whole circus of machinery around the farm, and as you've already seen, I've ploughed the gap between field 53 and the southern field next to it. We'll have a quick look at the map. I need to go this way. So down here, right the way down. So at field 53, you've got the southern fields here, which are kind of spare fields. Then you've got the gap between the two, and then field 53. I've ploughed the gap between the two, making that one big field now. Field 45, as you can see, is part way through being harvested, part way through being slurried, and part way through being cultivated. So all the machinery, as you can see by all the dots here, are all on field 45 at the moment, apart from the Case 9230 harvester, which is waiting to do the corn harvest. That will start momentarily. However, we need to make some deliveries and we need to get some payments in, because I've been collecting crops, I've been doing various different jobs, I've been paid for a couple of jobs already which I haven't supplied the goods on. So today's episode is going to be a little bit of delivery, start on the corn, finish off the soybean, see how we go on. Problem I've got at the moment is that I am going to be way short on soybean. My initial contract was with Scott, and that was for 120,000 litres of soy. I got that contract after I'd kind of planted the fields and I just haven't got enough. I've got 53,000 litres in the avalanche, that's the first lot, and all I've got left now is this bit here. I'm going to be woefully under what I need. So I've also been given a contract for next year by Stuart for 80,000 litres of soybean, and I've been given a contract by, who was the other person that gave me, for Giuseppe, was it Giovanni? I just need to double check that, out in Italy, and they need some soybean. They want 100,000 litres, so I've got a lot of soybean to do next, Giuseppe. It's Giuseppe, and I need your help, sir. I have some ground and weather problems here in Italy. My crop of soybeans has failed and I need them to complete a long-standing contract I have. Would it be possible for you to ship me 100,000 litres and I will put $300,000 in your bank for your trouble? That's going to have to roll over into next season because I just don't have it available. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. But I've also mentioned the fact that Jagger wants 50 straw bales for 100,000. I've also mentioned that Charleston Dairy wants 100,000 litres of loose straw. I've also got to give Johnson's Farm their silage and their straw. Johnson's Farm have also offered me, and that's why I'm not doing the sugar beet yet, because of what I've done for them so far. they've offered me their Roper Tiger to do the soybean. No, not the soybean, the sugar beet. So that will probably do the sugar beet late autumn, as long as it doesn't pour with rain. I'm going to be in real trouble if it does. So like I say, I've got a lot to do. I'm going to take this 53,000 litres and we're going to put it into the grain silo. Should put the cover on so it doesn't blow away as we drive off. I'm also going to get the plough on field 44. I've been talking about that, so it's going to be kind of getting a few things done that I've been putting off because the harvest has been kind of consuming all my time, and I'm very conscious of the fact payments I should have made I haven't made. Plus I'm going to be taking the animal transporter over to the pig farm. Our surplus of pigs, I think we're up to 8 now, are going to be going to the diner, so we're going to get a few payments coming in various different places, which is going to be fantastic. Let's open the pipe up. I've also been offered a contract, well, a subcontract really, by Cadet Mowing, and I might be able to get some done hopefully before winter, because obviously the grass will die. And that's for doing people's yards, and I tell you what, it's pretty lucrative. Taking the Profi hopper on the trailer, maybe a small trailer as well to put the grass into. They've also suggested in the new year they want to look at either me maintaining an orchard for them, or making an orchard as kind of myself and running it. So yeah, I don't know really what the best thing is to do. Well, this is unloading. Oh yeah, Eric the Farmer and Big Papa C, if you're watching this, I hope you are. I don't remember whether we set a price for the 100,000 litres of potato and the 50,000 litres of sugar beet. If we haven't, could you message me and let me know what the payment is going to be, because I have no idea. That would be fantastic. Now obviously, as we left the last episode, there was the whole potato harvest, will he, won't he make it to the 160,000 litres he needed. And it was touch and go, because we lost so much of the crop in the, another one of those worker incidents as we keep happening. Let's put that for a minute. It was a nightmare, absolute nightmare. I got over to field 29, got harvesting on there. Thank you for all those people that commented to say the Roper Keeler, you don't need a topper, it tops as well. I didn't know that. I topped first and then used the Keeler for doing the potato harvest. I didn't know. So for all those people that did comment, and there were a few of you, thank you very much for that. Incredibly helpful. So first job first. Obviously it's the first job first. The first job I'm going to do, I'm going to do 50,000 litres of straw for Johnson's farm. Actually no, I'm going to do the silage first, I think. Because I put 64,000 litres in here way back when I shredded all the spare silage bales I had. I think I've got 64,000 litres in here. I think this takes silage. We'll certainly soon find out, won't we? Silage, we need 50,000. So that'll fill this trailer. I'm going to take this to Lone Wolf, I think. A few of the contracts have got to go there. Because that's by the main highway, it'll go to Lone Wolf and it'll be ready to be shipped from there. So this is the 50,000 for Johnson's Farms. And like I say, they've offered me the Roper Tiger, which I think is absolutely fantastic. It's certainly going to make the sugar beet harvest far easier. The problem I've got is I'm trying to unload harvesters on the go, and then deliver and all sorts of stuff, and I just suddenly thought I do need an episode where I get some delivery done. The harvest is still going, the soybean harvest on field 45, but I've got to get some of this stuff shipped because people are being incredibly generous, and they're paying me for shipments of things they haven't even had yet. So I don't want people saying, oh, it's just all a big Swizz, it doesn't do it, it's not giving anything to anyone. Soybean is not a particularly high yielding crop. It pays well, so when people are asking me for 100,000 litres or 120,000 litres or 80,000, that's a lot of crop. So in the new year, in spring, I'm going to be seeding quite a few of my fields with soybean, which isn't going to be particularly exciting to watch next year in harvest, but it's the contracts I've got. in real life, if I had to provide 500,000 litres of wheat to somebody, that's what my fields are going to be full of. It's, you know, it's all well and good me saying, well, I'd rather do something else. If that's the contract I got, that's what I've got to do. So that's what we're going to get on with. Oh, the other one is gypsums. Gypsums have got to take their wheat and their barley. The contract for that was for $500,000 for 250,000 litres of wheat originally. That switched from that to wheat and barley because I just didn't have enough wheat available. And gypsums were very accommodating. They also sold me their boom sprayer cheap. So I'm not taking 500,000 off. That's a lot of money. Plus I've already had the boom spray and I've had that cheap. I think that's coming down a little bit. It's going to be 250,000 litres combined of wheat and barley for $250,000. So this is why, like I say, I need to get this stuff shipped, because there are payments sitting there waiting for me to collect. I've got the crop, I just need to, you know, get it sorted. Now, what I am going to do, because I can't sell this here, this is kind of, I'm going to try it. I don't think I can sell silage here, pretty sure I can't. It will say silage is not accepted here. Because if I can put it into the silo, yeah, like I say, if I can put it in the silo, then it can sit in the silo and then it can be collected by Johnson's. But what I'm going to do is have this here as a kind of transfer holding area, whatever you want to call it. So that's the first bit done. I'm going to leave that there for the time being, and I'm going to whiz back to the farm, and I'm going to then go and do the hogs, take those out to be delivered to the diner for Barris and Taco Farmer. Then hopefully this will have gone, the trailer will be back. I can then do the straw that goes with this contract, then do the contract for Charleston Farm, and then start on gypsums. Hopefully the soybean harvest will be done. I can get some more field work done on that. I know it's going to be a little bit bitty this episode, and I was very conscious of the fact that I've been doing quite a bit off screen just to kind of keep up with the harvest. You know, like the size of this field 50, when I did the harvest on this, that would have been like 3 episodes of just me harvesting this particular field. I don't think people would have watched it for that long. And everyone says, do a time lapse. I've done time lapses, I've done all various different, you know, jump cuts, and you know, I do try and do my kind of musical interludes every now and again. They do come into it. I'm just looking at my contract sheet, and it's gone up. It's gone up and up and up. Carlos, I'm supposed to be providing logs to build a hunting lodge. I've got Strong Oak Farm. I've asked for 100 8-metre logs. I've got a contract for logs somewhere. Mark wants wood for basically for his fireplace, for heating in the winter, which I need to get onto. Yeah, I've got, yeah, they're piling up. Some of these are going to be winter ones, obviously, and once I get a few of these contracts delivered, and they can come off my sheet, which is how it needs to be. Right, so down to the farm. Right, actually I might as well, now I'm here, I'll say I'll see you in a minute. We'll jump in the truck, we'll whiz over to the pig farm, we'll grab the hogs, hog farm. And we'll deliver those to the diner. I know this is a massive trailer, but it actually works out very handy when we get bigger deliveries. I've kind of taken on the lease of this. Okay, so what we should have is a situation where we have got 108 hogs. 100 of those are technically mine. They're ones we bought or ones that have been given to us as payment for other jobs we've done. We've got another 25 on their way, and that's what I said. If I do the contract for Charleston Dairy, which is 100,000 litres of loose straw, they're going to send me another 25 hogs. So at the moment 100 of those are ours. 8 is the surplus. 8 is what we've had reproduce. So it's the extra, the surplus, that we're going to be selling. And confirm. Barris, along with Taco Farmer, they're working out a deal. And Taco Farmer's going to be supplying bacon tacos at his stall up by the woolen mill, and they're going to pay me 3,000 per hog. So it doesn't matter what time of year, if they've reproduced and I've got surplus, they'll take them, and I get paid 3,000 per hog. So by my calculations, 8 hogs at 3,000 a hog. 3 8, 24. So I should get 24,000 for these 8. I have to supply them to the diner. The diner apparently work their magic on the hogs. It's all up by the livestock market, so I guess maybe they've got a deal with the livestock market. They prepare meat for them. I have no idea how it all works. I'm just following Barris's contract. And then that meat then goes to Taco Farmer. So it's all very interesting and very different. I like the fact that every Let's Play I do, I mean, there are your usual, you know, you get people ask for a contract on wheat, a contract on barley, you might get asked for potatoes. I love the storylines and narratives that other people come up with, names of their farms, reasons why they want particular crops, you know, those kind of things. I think it's brilliant. It's really cool. And I've said it so many times, if you're new to this channel, if you're new to my videos, it's what makes the Let's Plays and playing the game far more interesting and immersive for me, and hopefully for the viewers, is that, you know, not everyone likes a storyline. I had a message left the other day saying, will you ever just do a Let's Play where it's just you playing without making up names and things like that? My reply was this: I don't make up names. None of this is made up. Sometimes, like when I did, you know, Great Uncle Henry and, you know, those kind of things, yeah, those names are made up. They were farm dog, you're absolutely right. But subscribers aren't. Subscribers are all real. They're, you know, all the subscriber contracts, I've done this really badly, the subscriber contracts are all real people. I haven't made anyone up. None of my contracts I get from subscribers are made up. They're all real. They're all people that have commented, messaged, they've sent me pictures, they've sent me emails, I've been sent so much cool stuff to add into the storylines. It just makes it brilliant. Right, okay, that's those delivered. Hopefully by the time I get back to the farm, the trailer will have either been returned or I might have to go and collect it, and then we'll do the straw for Johnson's Farms. That'll be them done. That'll be Barris and Taco Farmer done. Then we can check in on the mine's gone blank. I'll check on the harvester, the Massey Ferguson 27 on the soybean harvest, see how that's getting on. Maybe get a bit of slurry and done. I need to get the slurry spreader going again. Yeah, okay, cool. See you back at the farm in a minute. Right, it's just gone 3. Brought the truck back. I know it's a bit unorthodox. I've hooked the truck up to the Brent Avalanche simply because I'm using the T7 on the Penta. That's going to be doing the delivery I've got to do at the moment. The Avalanche will unload the Massey Ferguson 27 harvester that's in the field here, 45 behind the cattle shed. I've got the Challenger on the slurry spreader. I've got the quad track on the cultivator. So everything's pretty much kind of being used, the bigger stuff anyway. So I thought, you know what, it's probably not the done thing, but oh, that reminds me, what I've been trying to do is keep up with maintenance, because I've been putting these vehicles through their paces. Repair, $516. It's not the end of the world. It does need doing. Yeah, I mean, through harvest, I'm putting some hours on these, so I don't want to get clobbered at the end of the year, forget, like I did on the Valley of the Old Farm with my Scorpion King, and I think I had to pay 56,000 or something it was. to get it repaired. It wouldn't start, and I'd put a ridiculous amount of hours on it. I mean, obviously not with regard to the real world, no, not really, but obviously game time, and the fact when you're playing seasons as well, I'm only doing 3-day seasons, so that kind of equates to, you know, 3 days is what, 3 months kind of thing, isn't it? Sort of thing. Okay, that's continuing. What I will do, I think, while I'm here, I use the truck to bring over the slurry tanker again. I say slurry, it's digestate from the BGA. Every time I go over there to pick up a load, I buy some slurry from Sengstock's Organics, take it to the BGA, sell it to make digestate. The digestate tank, I think, is knocking on 80 to 85% full at the moment. I'm going to try and get it to 100%, which I think is going to be 800,000 litres or something like that. Big thank you to Barris as well. For those of you that noticed or didn't notice, I don't know, I was bringing the tanker alongside here, getting into this and then refilling from the tanker. Barris did say if you take the tanker across the back here, you can actually overload from the tanker into that. I know it's kind of, you can do it either way, but the flow rate is far quicker, and it was, so thank you very much for that. That was perfect. So what we'll do is bring that forward. Like I say, this is all part of, whilst I've got deliveries to do and I want to get the deliveries done in this episode, there's also field work and the harvest and everything else that needs to be done as well. I can't just ignore the fact that that all still needs to carry on, otherwise I'm sacrificing doing one job for another, and I'm going to run out of time. I'm very conscious of the deadline, that it's 3 o'clock, mid-autumn, I've got late autumn, and then I'm into winter. I've got to get these jobs done. Swing that around. Yes, I'll get back over to the Penta in a minute, and the T7. I'll put the straw in that. That'll go over to Lone Wolf to the. It's kind of like a depot, really. Like I say, because it's right next to the highway that runs out of town. It's the perfect location to be collected by other farms, trucking companies, whoever it is. I know KJ Wiggums are normally pretty good at helping out. I normally just get on the blower. And sorry, I said that before. Get on the blower. I do apologise for that. It's telephone. I mean, most of you probably already know that. If you don't know that, it just means telephone. I didn't mean snowblower, I meant like on the telephone. Yeah, I get on the phone and he'll normally help out. He and his daughters, I believe, run the company very efficiently. Very good. He's also got his own channel, does his own videos. Check him out. KJ Wiggums. This is going to run out. But at least I've got some done anyway. And then I'm kind of following along this with the cultivator. I'm also making sure as well, after the debacle, you think I'd learn each time, but I don't seem to, do I? What I've started doing now, after the cultivator and worker destroyed my crop, I'm taking the cultivator and I'm running it alongside any field that I'm conscious of I don't want getting destroyed. For example, my corn crop here in field 49, so I've run the cultivator, along this edge first, and then I'll go off and do whatever I need to do next. So when it comes back up here, there's no risk of it accidentally hopping this divide and cultivating across the corn crop. I can't risk that happening again. Oh yeah, the potatoes, sorry, I'm going on and on. I started saying, everyone's like probably watching, I'm like halfway through the episode going, what about the potatoes? We want to know what happened. Sorry. The potatoes, an interesting one. I got over to field 29. I got about halfway through and I started to panic. I needed 160,000 litres. 100,000 for Big Papa Seat and Farmer Eric, and 60,000 for Jake's Potato Chip Factory. or Jake's chip factory, whichever you want to look at. I'll show you what I got. Not in that menu, I won't. So look at potatoes. 161,926 litres. I came in just over by 1,926 litres, and that was every scrap. I didn't leave a single stalk sticking up. I harvested everything I could. So even though I had the problem with the worker destroying half my that big strip of potatoes, I have got enough to do the contract, or to do both contracts. So I'm happy about that. So here we have Johnson's 50,000 litres of straw. So that's the straw and silage they wanted. Same process as before. Fantastic. Right. The next one I'm going to do, I think, is going to be for Jake's chip factory. The 60,000 litres that Jake wanted of potatoes. So we'll go over and we'll get the potatoes. Now, Jake's contract was a slightly different one in that the payment offered was $20,000 and a case Magnum CVX. I can't remember which one it was now. CVX something. I'm just going to check it so I don't get this wrong. Sorry, I'm kind of clicking on my laptop at the same time and trying to get it. He said, I will pay $20,000 for 60,000 litres of potatoes. However, I will throw in a case Magnum 340 CVX with rear tracks. And he said, could I deliver the potatoes to Hollister Potatoes? The tractor will be delivered to your farm after all the potatoes have been delivered. Now, I don't need a tractor. I'm fine at the moment for tractors. So a kind of renegotiation has taken place. I'm not even going to take the cost of an entire tractor because that's, again, in the real world, in business, if somebody said, I'll give you a tractor, you're going to say, yeah, thank you, bang, take it. If you don't need it, sell it. Which I could do, but it seems a bit harsh, taking the tractor off the guy and then the next episode just selling it because I want the money. So the renegotiation is this. Rather than $20,000 and the tractor, it's $100,000 entire contract. So that'll be that done. So I'm going to do the potatoes next. He wants 60,000 litres. That's going to have to go over. What I think I'll do is grab the truck and we'll use the Flegel trailer. We'll do 40. I think that's 47,000 litres, isn't it? 47,000. Let me just put this to one side there. All these vehicles are going to need so much work done to them. Yeah. So 47,000 litres in the first load, then another 13,000 in the second load. I do need to get a bigger. I forgot 342,000 in the bank. I'm going to be getting 100,000 for this contract. I might, just invest. I might just invest. Shall I? It's a big dilemma. So I want it to kind of look silver like the Flegel, but then I don't know if is that just going to look grey or will that look silver? Or do I just go by my usual colours, Let's go with, to fit Jockey's Hogs, because our kind of, the colour scheme is kind of red and black, isn't it? The pickup is, it's the company colours, I'm just going to kind of, wide tyres, rim colour, black, design, no I don't want to sign on it, design colour will be then black, won't it? I've probably got this the wrong way around, haven't I? 70,000. You know what? It's time to get a new trailer. Yeah, why not? Right, that has dropped the money down, but if we sell the Flegel, I'm going to go and get the truck. And I've got so many things going on at the same time. I did say a couple of episodes back, during the harvest I'm going to have to multitask. I've got to do more than one job at the same time, otherwise I'm just going to run out of time. Now obviously when you're doing a video that comes across as quite frantic and a bit, you know, there's stuff happening all over the place, and you know, some people will say just stick to one job and put that in the video. Other people will say show us exactly what you're doing. So that's what I'm trying to do. Where's the truck? Anyway, right, I'll see you in a moment. Probably at the store. I'll sell the Fleagle. Or do I keep that as well? No, I'll sell it. I don't need it. I'll probably in another couple of episodes say, I wish I hadn't have sold that. That's the sort of silly thing I do, isn't it? Right. And then I'll get the potatoes. Like I said I was going to. I can do them all in one load then, rather than a bit in one and a bit in another, you know. Oh, it's big. That's not like I haven't used them before, but just looking at that's big. Okay. I'm thinking what I'm going to have to do as well. I'm going to speak to the boss. Maybe at some point we need to upgrade this, so I don't know whether it's worth it. Maybe get a respray on this to match the colour scheme for the kind of black and red we've got. Maybe. If not, at some point we need to upgrade. I don't know why I didn't leave the engine running. Should have done. 42. Oh, okay. That's good. That's a big chunk of what we just spent. Another one. What did we be other one for? 70,000, wasn't it? That's all right. Deliveries and paydays, people. I hope this is going to pull this when it's full. I'm just thinking now the blue with the red and black looks a bit nice. New trailer, this is huge. I know one thing I'm not going to be able to do. I'm not going to be able to get this into the wood chip sell point at the sawmill. It's just too big. Okay, right, back to where am I going to? Pig farm. Hog farm. No, yes I am, yeah, that's where the silo is. What am I talking about? To get the potatoes. 60,000 litres for Jake's chip factory. Now, I've got to be incredibly careful here. I can't overload by too much because I haven't got much spare. I haven't got a lot extra. I can't like chuck in an extra couple of thousand litres. That just cannot happen. Yeah. Nice. So, cover off. No, I don't want to put fuel in, but never mind. Now, finally. Right, okay, we want potatoes, but we only want 60,000 litres. So, keep an eye on that trigger. On that trigger. The counter at the bottom. You'll probably hear me counting under my breath in a minute. I pressed that too early and then I pressed it again. I've gone 732 litres over when you think I've only got 1,000 and something spare. So what's left in the silo? Oh. Okay. Oh, right. So the other 100,000 litres is for Eric the Farmer and Big Papa C. So, well, we've got the 60,000 litres in here we needed. We've also filled up the fuel tank on the truck, so, you know. Right, cover on. Lone Wolf, here we come. So this is putting this a lot easier than I thought it would. I mean, to be fair, it's not particularly hilly where I am at the moment, but let's get this up to speed. Actually, I was wrong. This is going to Hollister's, isn't it? Not the other side of the road. Now, this is where we may have problems, and I don't know if we're going to. I mentioned way back in episode 1 or 2 the rivalry between the Hollisters and the McClungs. The McClungs are the family that I work for, Jockey Inc. I'm hoping they won't refuse sale. Shouldn't do. It's all money, isn't it? Now, which one is which? It'll tell me if it's the wrong one, I guess, but that looks like sugar beet to me. Yeah, I think that's potatoes. We'll soon see, won't we? Oh, now, what I'm going to do. Take off the cover. I just changed it to tip side right. The options on this are tip side grain door and tip side right. If you have it on grain door, it just comes out the tiny little chute at the back, and if you do it tip side right, it lifts the whole thing right up and you unload far quicker. I've been caught out by that so many times. You start unloading and think it's just taking for such a long time, and then realise it's because you've got it on grain door and it's only coming out a very small little chute. So, fingers crossed. I'm assuming Big Papa C and Farmer Eric will want theirs coming here as well, then they'll just collect it from here. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, didn't like that very much. Cool. Okay, that was about 18,000, was it? So if I take that off, what's going to get 100,000 for this? So that puts me at around 80,000 still to pay, or still to be paid to me. That makes sense. Okay, right. That's that done. 100,000 litres of loose straw for Charleston's dairy. Okay. Right, I'm getting there. I think you get the general gist now that I'm... We'll get there. Honest. The 100,000 litres I need for Charleston's dairy of loose straw I'm coming to get from the silo over here at the sheep farm, simply because I need as much as I can get over at the dairy for bedding, and also for the pig farm for bedding, but also for total mixed ration. If I take it from here to sell, then it saves me driving all the way over here to collect it to make total mixed ration. That kind of makes sense. What doesn't make sense is me trying to unload into the trailer from the wrong side of the silo, but you know, you live and learn, don't you? The sheep are doing okay. They're not going to start being productive until spring, I don't think. So we need straw. Wow, I've got a lot in there, haven't I? So 100,000 litres. This is the first 50. This will go up to Lone Wolf. The second load you don't need to see, but I'll show in the next episode that the 100,000 litres has gone. I'm not going to try and do a dodgy and say I've delivered 100,000 when I've only done 50. That's, you know, it's outrageous. So then next time this silo should only show 150,000 litres. That's the theory anyway. Well, that's loading. As you saw last episode, I bought the pickup up here with the gooseneck transport trailer and the bobcat. I'm leaving this here for the time being, actually, because it's handy for transport. I don't need it over at the main farm for the time being, but because that's got the trailer hook on it, what I can do as well is use that for the liquid trans. I didn't really mention this. The Joskin Liquid Trans 8000. This is from the liquid storage pack by BDBSSB. This is an 8,000 litre tank as opposed to the 7,300 litre one you get in game. It's not a huge amount of difference, but I just thought, you know what, something different. And you can choose what colour you want it to be as well. So, and the sheep are making a huge amount of mess. Considering I've only got 100 of them. What I will do is use this setup here for taking the Profi hopper about if I do any of those mowing contracts for cadet. I keep saying just cadet mowing, but it's not. It's they've actually got a name. I keep saying that. Cadets Landscaping Services. I want to make sure I get that right. It was me that said cadet mowing originally in the first time I kind of mentioned them. But yeah, Cadets Landscaping Services. Yeah, it says here they have contracts with locals to maintain yards, and it's very, very lucrative. It pays upwards of $50,000 for the bigger yards, minimum of $10,000 for smaller yards. That, and we are looking to start an orchard or have someone maintain an orchard for us in a small plot of land. This would be an awesome feature next summer. Mulching lawn grass is, of course, the healthy way to go for residential grass. I completely agree. So yeah, lots going on. Anyway, back to the truck. The T7. See, some in deliveries, I don't know whether I'm coming or going. This will go up to Lone Wolf. I'll drop it there like I did the other one to be collected. And then we'll... I don't know, do I start on Gypsum's? Maybe. Gypsum's is 250,000 litres. Now I've got the 70,000 litre trailer, that's going to make that a lot easier. It won't be as many trips backwards and forwards. I may, again with that, show the first trip. I'll do the barley first. But anyway, yeah, so this is going off up to Lone Wolf. And that'll be Charleston's dairy contract done as well. And that pays 25 hogs, so 25 hogs will be arriving, which is all good. And look at the time, 10 to 4. We've got a lot to do. Right, that's it. First 50,000 for them. And off I go again. Field 45 is complete. The Massey Ferguson 27 worked perfectly, Dylan. No problems whatsoever. I would suggest absolutely you purchase it from the farmer. It will be held for you until the end of harvest. I'll take it back to his farm. You can pick that up as soon as you wish. The delivery of various different goods will continue. As you can see, I'm not even going to be close with the soybeans, so that will be continuing to next season. The second load of straw will be going up for Charleston Dairy, and then I will start on Gypsum's Bakery, getting all of their wheat and barley off to be shipped as well. That I will be doing in the next episode because we have run out of time. I'm way over what I usually am, so I'm going to keep this short and sweet. We have got some farming done. We have got this field almost done. As you can see, some slurry spreading and cultivating has continued, but we've come to the end of another episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. It's been a bit frantic, this one. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do, that is for watching.